Okay, here's a quick tutorial on doing batch jobs in Photoshop. Basically what you do is you create an action and you just tell Photoshop to perform that action on a whole folder of pictures. This is CS3, but CS4 looks pretty much identical. On the right hand side you'll have these that might be expanded out, but I just compressed them because this is smaller than normal. In the bar portion of it, there's this little kind of looks like a play thing which lists all of the actions, and there's a bunch of default stuff in here, but we're not going to worry about any of that. So what we need to do is bring in one of the images. I have a folder of them. These are JPEGs, but the process is exactly the same whether you have a TIFF or basically anything that Photoshop can open. So I'm going to grab the first one here and drag it into Photoshop so that it opens up, and this picture happens to be 300 DPI. So changing it to 100 DPI will actually do something. And what we're going to do is over here on the actions pane, we're going to create a new folder just for the sake of finding it later, and then create a new action, which is what this button down here does. I'm going to call it 100 DPI. What it'll do, as soon as you create that, it starts recording it. You can see by the little record icon being lit up there, and it'll just copy and record every action you do. So we're going to change this image size to 100 pixels per inch. We're going to do a save as on the image into that folder. And we want it to be a JPEG. Save. And then you can play with this quality if you want to. And the last thing is we're going to close. Then we're going to stop recording. So we have this action that will change the resolution to 100 pixels per inch, keeping the proportions correct. It'll save it into this folder. See, it doesn't keep the file name, it's smart enough to know that, and then it'll close it. So that's our action. So the only thing we have to do after we've got the action created is you come up to File, Automate, Batch. And what you do is you pick the folder. So I'm going to choose the originals, and you pick the action. So it's already defaulted into the My Actions set 100 DPI. And you just hit OK, and it will just do it. It'll open up each of them, do its resize, close it, and that's pretty much all there is to it. So I'll let these go, and we can see if I open up this folder, you can watch that thing go in the background. If I go into converted, they'll start populating in here. So that's all there is to it. Once it's done, you're done. If you wanted to do any other extra actions to it, or if you wanted to tweak it, you can actually go in there and change the settings or add more to it, and that's how you do automated batch jobs in Photoshop.